of Stephen Fry and Hugh Laurie. Good to see you both, looking so tanned and well.
Well, it's nice to be tanned and well, to be perfectly honest.
Yes.
It comes out of the sun rather than a bottle, which is a change for me.
Yes.
Did you know you can get it from the sun as well as a bottle, Terry?
What, the tan?
Yes, apparently. Yeah.
Oh, not me.
Yeah. No, not me. Just for a moment I confused it with Bob Monkhouse. I don't know how that happened, I'm so sorry.
Not the way to start.
No, it
Barb's
isn't.
comment, is it?
An unpleasant tone was injected.
But I was going to say, and I'm thinking better of it now, but I was going to say, Jeeves and Wooster has been very well received by the critics. It was a risky thing to take on, wasn't it?
Immensely, immensely. I mean, apart from the physical danger of having to wear shoes, there were other problems as well. I mean, they are such extraordinary characters. They're archetypes that exist in people's heads. Anyone who's read the books has a vision of a Jeeves and a Bertie Wooster, which one feels might be ruined by an actor trying to take over from their imaginary vision. And also because the writing is so almost poetic. You know, the first description of Jeeves is that he trickles noiselessly across a threshold and shimmers and oozes his way quite silently. Well, you know, I've got 2 feet and I can't ooze and trickle as much as I'd like to.
And not in those socks, anyway.
No, not in those socks.
He didn't go to drama school, you see, that's the trouble.
Did he not go to drama school?
He did not, you see. There they teach oozing, they teach shimmering, they teach all those things.
A bit of trickling, yes. Yes. Did you go to drama school?
No, I didn't.
You didn't.
We went to the drama school of life, like our Prime Minister. I also went to the catering school of life and the Royal Needlework school of life. In fact, I've got overwhelmed with qualifications from all kinds of schools of life.
Are you both big Woodhouse fans?
I'm 6'4", you're
6'2.5".
No, you're very well. You are well formed.
He's a bigger Woodhouse fan. Yes. No, I have been. Yes, and soon, in fact, started. Age of 2, probably.
Yes.
Well before he could read.
So it must have been quite intimidating, really, for the reasons you said. But for you, for instance, Bertie Wooster, there was a definitive series before with Ian Carmichael and Dennis Price in it. Yeah. And I think it was probably more difficult for you because Ian Carmichael was the archetypal silly ass.
Nice of you to say it. It was much harder for me, much harder for me. Yes, it was. I mean, I think the thing is that the main thing is to do enough of them. As if you go on for long enough, eventually, just by hammering away at it, people will have to forget other things, because, you know, people get used to it eventually if you do enough of it.
In the same way they might say they've forgotten Michael Parkinson.
Yeah. Michael Poop.
Exactly.
I haven't forgotten Michael Parkinson. I haven't forgotten you, Mike.
But you do, yes, and I think Hugh's done it brilliantly. I mean, really.
There's a kind of...
Find the word. Find it. No, it is.
It was a time that never existed, wasn't it?
That's it.
The Woodhouse,
yes.
Neverland, and a kind of innocence about it. You'd think that it would be dated, really.
Well, I think for the very reason that it never existed, it was dated when it was written in that way, because fantasy worlds can never date as much as absolute period worlds can. And its innocence, I think, is what makes it survive. I think people love the idea of books, and indeed a whole series where I think there's one kiss in the first series, wasn't there? You gave a sort of cousinly peck on the cheek to your cousin Andrew.
I made the most of it, but it was only...
What you were doing, Woodhouse, as usual, you were doing a myriad other things as well. How do you find the time? Writing articles, writing your own... what is your series called? There is another series.
A Bit of Fry and Laurie.
Yes. And how good that is.
It's clearly made a magnificent impression on you.
I remember bits of it. So. But when do you find... That's an awful question. But there isn't much time, and you're the father of small children and all that.
In doubt, I became the father of a second small child during the shooting of the episode that went out on Sunday, in fact. We were halfway through a scene and the phone call came from the hospital. I didn't even know she was pregnant. It was such a... and I had to... We'd done all my bits with the camera pointing my way, and so I ran off to the hospital in my costume, which is very exciting. Well, not, but it's vaguely exciting. And poor old Stephen was left to do the rest of the scene just to thin air, and... which is probably preferable. Yes. I don't know, easier.
Thin air's a better actor.
Yeah. Not so wooden.
Not so wooden.
Yeah. But the time that how do you find the time to do all the work, to do all the writing when you're working as well?
We go to a time shop, don't we?
We do.
Just sort of buy it, really.
I mean, we try and keep ourselves relaxed. I mean, filming is a dull-ish business, and there's lots of time. Although you may say, well, for 13 weeks we're going to be busy filming, we do actually There's a lot to hang around, as
There's
you
a lot to
know,
hang about.
and we kind of we do magic tricks with each other and things like that.
How do you fill in the time by magic trick?
Yeah, we're both.
Well, we got
magic.
got a book of magic tricks, and while we're hanging about waiting to put up the this and light the that, we sort of go through the book and we do tricks to each other.
How dreadful.
Badly, so badly.
Is this awful for all the people who work for you?
No, we keep it pretty much to ourselves.
Yes, we try not to
we haven't
impose
really.
it.
No.
Could you do one?
Well, no,
here?
no, I didn't. Well, we have the book. I have it. It must be said because we travel everywhere with this. The Royal Road to Card Magic. I can recommend it. It's an excellent buy at £2.95. Now that's cheap.
Is there one in there we
Well, we could have a look.
Is it going to take a long time to read this?
No, we don't have to read the whole book.
Find it in the book.
We've got, for example, The Amazing Mystery. They've all got titles like this. The Amazing Mystery of the Chosen Card. Right?
Should we try that?
For this trick, you will need a pack of cards and a lady/gentleman to be your stooge.
Will you, Terry?
No.
Will you be our lady/stroke gentleman?
All right.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Gentleman/lady.
Gentleman/stroke lady.
Yes,
sorry.
yes.
And the pack of cards.
What fun, eh?
Isn't it?
What larks?
But you can while away many happy hours like this. Shuffle.
This,
shuffle
I must say, this is unexpected, and what a treat for all of us.
May not work.
Card tricks.
What do we do?
Yes. Shuffle and cut the cards whilst putting the lady/gentleman at their ease.
Are you at your ease, Terry?
Well, you shuffle the cards. I'll put him at his ease.
All right.
Okay.
So, Terry, do you come here often? you must meet a lot of interesting people.
I'm quite often relaxed here, but
Are you?
not now.
No.
Not immediately.
That didn't work. We'll press on.
Yeah.
Ask the lady/gentleman to choose a card at random. You may like to choose one of the amusing methods described in Chapter 7. To which we
Oh, I know one.
You
Yes.
won't have read
It's
Chapter
the
7,
index, yes.
but it is very amusing.
Okay. Choose one of these three cards. It's going to be your index, Terry. Just turn one of them over.
All right. There you
Chose
are.
the middle
Five.
one.
Right.
Chose the middle one.
That's a 5. So we count down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Isn't this
This
grand?
is your card now. Don't show it to me, but you can show it to the ladies and gentlemen.
Show it to the ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen.
And now, ask the lady/gentleman now listen,
Yes,
it's
sir.
important. Ask the lady/gentleman to tear the chosen card into very underlined small pieces. Very small pieces. All right, very, very small. While she is doing this, obtain a small container like a pillbox.
I haven't actually got a small container like a pillbox.
Okay.
I've got a pillbox. Does that count? It's not like a pillbox. It is a pillbox.
It'll have to do. It'll have to do.
Got some pills in it, unfortunately.
Right, how are you getting on there? Smaller.
No, I can't.
Smaller,
I
much
can't.
smaller.
I'm not as dexterous as I
Ask them.
used to be in my
Will they fit in
my
here?
youth.
No, ooh, look at this.
Come on.
I can tear dictionaries in half,
Can you
but
now?
not
Not playing
cards.
cards.
Ask the
No,
lady
fit
to
in
place
here.
the piece of the torn card into the container and tamp down well.
Oh.
Tampon, Terry. Come on. So sorry. I'm so sorry.
That's it. Does it matter if I've forgotten what the card was?
No, well, the ladies and gentlemen remember if you showed them.
Of course they will, yes.
And close the lid, please.
Close the lid.
You're nervous. I can see your hands are shaking because you
No,
haven't done this
It's
on
dexterity.
television.
I haven't.
No, it's
I've done this one before ever.
Look, please, can we stick to the
I'm
text?
sorry.
Next, you will need a handkerchief.
Handkerchief.
Right. Can we borrow? Do you mind if I?
You've got a handkerchief.
Well, my God, I thought it would be stitched in there or something.
What do we do with a handkerchief?
All right, you take the handkerchief.
Right.
Place the container in the lady/gentleman's hand and ask them to close their fist.
Could you close your fist? Close
yeah.
it tight.
Cover their fist with the handkerchief and secure at the wrist with a rubber band. Have we got a...
That was the one I got the cards round.
Isn't this grand?
It's great.
Yes.
There!